Are you getting bored by the old text formats of HTML? Are you wondering where to open your link document? Well, we will be talking about all this in this lesson. So let's get started. Now first we will talk about the HTML formatting. So what is HTML formatting? HTML formatting defines some special features or elements for designing the text. So let us discuss about all of this in details. The first one is the B tag. Its work is to make the text bold, as you must be well acquainted how the bold text looks like. And its alternative is the strong tag. The strong tag is used in the HTML5. Now let's test it in the Sublime editor. Inside the paragraph tag, I define the bold tag and I write hello, and then I close the bold tag and then I close the paragraph tag. Now I save my document and run it in the browser. And here you can see in my browser, my hello is written in the bold format. Looks good, right? Let's experiment with the other formats. The next one is the I tag. It makes the text italic. Now inside the Sublime editor, I write BR to create a new line, and then inside the I tag I define hello world and then I close the tag. Now when I run it in my browser window, I can clearly see the difference between the B tag and the I tag. That is, the B tag makes it bold and the I tag makes it italic. The next is the SUB and SUP. SUB stands for the text that stands below the number line, and SUP stands for the text that stands above the number line. Now let's check it in the Sublime editor. First I create BR to create a new line. Now I write hi, and then inside the SUB tag I define how are you, and then I close my SUB tag. And now I define the same with the SUP tag. First I write hi, SUP tag, then how are you, and then I close the SUP tag. And now you can clearly see the difference. In the SUP tag, the how are you text appears below the hi, and in the SUP tag, the how are you text appears above the hi. Now how about highlighting a text? Well, this is done by the mark tag. Now let us see how it does. Now I create another new line and I define inside the mark tag wow, and I end the mark tag. Now let's see what magic it does. And you can clearly see that my wow text is highlighted in yellow color. It looks nice, right? The next comes the Q tag. Q tag stands for the quotation text, and let's see what it does. Now inside the Q tag I define again wow and I end my Q tag. Now when I save it and run it in my browser, you can see wow written inside quoted text. Sounds good, right? So this was all about the text formatting. Now next we will discuss about the target attribute. Now before discussing about the target attribute, let us briefly discuss about the HTML links. HTML linking is defined as anchor tag, then href attribute, and inside the href attribute we give the URL address, and then inside it we write the link text, and then finally we close the anchor tag. Like href attribute, target is also an attribute of the anchor tag. Href attribute defines the URL address, and the target attribute defines where to open the linked document. Now there are different types of target attribute. Those are blank property and self property. Blank property opens the linked document in a new tag, while the self property opens the linked document in the same frame it was used. Now let us say its example in the Sublime editor. Now inside the Sublime editor inside the anchor tag, I define the href attribute, and inside that I write www.address, that is your URL address.com, and then I define another attribute, that is the target attribute, and inside the target attribute I define inside the double quote underscore blank, and then I define click me. Then I close my anchor tag. Now let's check it for the self property. Inside the target, instead of blank, I define underscore self, and instead of click me, I say got it, and then I save the document. Now when I run it in my browser and I click me, you can see in the above address you can see www.address.com. As I have not defined what is that address, so it shows your file was not found. Now let us see what happens for got it. In the same page it opens, and in the blank attribute you can see it opens the same address in a different page. So I hope by now you clearly understood the difference between the target property and the blank property. So now let's recap what we read. Under HTML formatting, we read about bold tag or strong tag that makes it bold, then I tag that makes the text italic, sub or sup tag that displays the text above or below the normal line, mark tag to make the text highlighted, and finally the q tag that displays the text inside the quotation. And under the target attribute, we read about the blank and self property. Blank property appends the link document in a new page, and the self property appends the new document inside the same frame. Here the frame is the browser window. Now if you found this video useful, then give a thumbs up below and subscribe to my channel. For any queries or suggestions, just leave a comment below and I will be replying you ASAP. Now see you in my next video. Bye bye.